Alright, this is Jason with the Primal Outdoors channel, and today we're heading up into some mountains, and I'm going to be looking for a place to camp and shoot some photography like I typically do. But it's very cloudy today, the light's very flat and very diffuse, so instead of looking for something a little more wide open in the way of a landscape shot, I'm going to be looking for a subject that I can kind of single out and get a little bit more of an intimate shot of. Alright, so I pulled into a spot and I've been out kind of walking around checking it out. Where I'm parked right now is pretty muddy, but off behind the truck seems like a good place that's nice and flat that I can set up the tent, and it's much drier. Another thing I like about the spot, it does seem like there's plenty of wood around that I can cut up with the chainsaw, so we'll have plenty of wood for tonight. But I need to kind of get on it because we're getting late. I stopped at the gas station today, got some new gas. This is non-ethanol gas. If we can get it in Oregon, I think non-ethanol gas is the best gas you can use in small engines. But before I put this in the chainsaw, it needs to be mixed with 2-stroke motor oil. Now I really like these containers like this that has the pre-measuring cup right up at the top. So all I have to do is squeeze the right amount of oil. It squeezes up, it goes right up through this tube and fills up this little cap up here. And you can get just exactly what you need. Now for 1 gallon of gas, you need 3.2 ounces of oil to make a 40-to-1 mixture, and I know that I need 40-to-1 because they have clearly written it right here below the gas gauge. So get that all worked out, and then we'll get to cutting some firewood. Alright, so I finished limbing up this tree that I'm going to cut up for firewood, but I'm about 100 yards from camp. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start by just cutting this in about 3 good sections, and then that way I only have to make 3 trips back and forth, and I'll finish cutting it up over at camp. Okay. So we got up here a little later than I had planned. I had every intention of trying to get up here early and have plenty of time today to get camp set up and maybe even shoot some photography today, but I ended up stopping off and having lunch with a friend, and by the time that got over and I got up here and found a place to camp, it got dark on me pretty quick. but I do have camp set up now. I've got a good fire, the tent set up, I've got all my firewood in, and the dogs have been fed and they're already up sacked out in the tent. So tonight I just kind of want to sit down, enjoy a little peace and quiet, and enjoy the fire, enjoy a little Pendleton. I'm gonna make some dinner here in a minute and just have a good, pleasant evening. Well, we've woken up to a really nice morning, and in fact it's so warm I had to shut the heater off as soon as I got done with making the coffee, and I've got the door wide open on the tent. I mean, it feels more like the late spring than middle of January. It's just really pleasant, and like I said, this whole area should be in such deep snow that I shouldn't even been able to get into this area. So we're definitely having an odd year this year. But because it is such a nice morning and a lot nicer than I expected, I think what I'm going to do, since I've got my coffee all ready to go and I've had just a little snack, I think I'm just going to get dressed, grab my gear, and head out and see if we can't find something in the way of a photograph to take this morning. Okay, so we're starting to get ready to go here. Just kind of getting my gear on. I went ahead and packed up the truck, got it all situated so that way I don't have to worry about it when I get back. Plus it just has everything kind of put away. It's not just out unattended while I'm gone. But like I said, we're just going to get packed up here and we're going to head off down this road and go check out a little creek and see if we can't find something in the way of a photograph down there. It was an absolutely gorgeous day, and I did set up the camera on a few shots, but I didn't get anything that I felt was worth sharing on the video. But I did have a great time just wandering the forest and playing with the dogs. Yeah, I tell you what, it feels good to get that off. It is hot today. I ain't complaining. It's hard to complain, even though I know we need some snow. It's hard to complain about weather like this. But anyways, we're back to the truck. We're gonna be heading out now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a like. I always appreciate the comments, and I'll see you guys again outside.